This video shows a high-level overview of the steps to make a pen using the Slimline Pen Kit. This is only an overview. More detail will be provided in class. In this project, you will be using the bandsaw, the lathe, and a pen press. Supplies for this project include the pen kit, a wood pen blank, polyurethane glue, friction polish, and sandpaper. The first step is cutting the pen blank into two parts. With the stop adjusted to the right length, place the pen blank on the sled and mark an alignment line across where the cut will be. Cut the blank to length and then make the second cut. Be sure to keep your fingers well away from the blade. After setting up the lathe for drilling, mount the pen blank in the chuck jaws. We then drill the pen blank. After the first hole is complete, repeat the process with the second pen blank. Next, we glue the tubes from the kit onto the pen blanks. Sand a tube with 150 grit sandpaper to rough up the surface. Spray water into the holes in the blanks. Spread polyurethane glue over the tube. Push the tube into the hole, making sure the tube is all the way into the blank. Repeat with the second tube and let both set overnight. After the glue has dried, we mill the ends to align the face of the blanks with the tubes. After the mill is set up in the lathe, set the lathe speed to about 500 RPM. Slide a blank over the mill, lock the tailstock in place. While holding the blank with the wooden clamp, turn on the lathe and press on the blank until the end is milled to the brass tube. Repeat this step for the other three ends. Now mount the blanks on the lathe using the pen mandrel. Put two bushings on the mandrel. Place one of the pen blank's halves onto the mandrel with the alignment line facing away from the headstock. Put another bushing onto the mandrel. Place the second blank onto the mandrel with the alignment line facing toward the headstock. Put the last two bushings on the mandrel. Bring the tailstock up and tighten onto the mandrel. We can now start shaping the pen. Using the roughing gouge, round the blanks and take off all excess material. When the pen is close to the final diameter, switch to a smaller tool and round all four ends down to the bushings. Then turn the pen to its final shape. Once the pen is in its final shape, you can put burn lines on if desired. We then sand the pen starting with the coarsest grit to remove all tool marks. Once all tool marks have been removed, switch to the finer sandpaper, working your way down to the finest grit. With the sanding complete, we now apply the friction polish. Apply a small amount of the polish to a paper towel and rub onto the pen with the lathe running at a high speed. You can apply multiple coats to get a fine finish. The final step is assembly. Using the pen press, you will gently press all of the parts onto the pin. Be particularly careful to press the transmission to the right depth for the insert.